Hi, I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com, reporting for Business Journals. Today's environment is better than ever for entrepreneurs who need funding to get their operations going. In the past, you had to always go to either the banker or maybe venture capitalist or try to find family and friends or something like that to get funding. Well, those are still available today, but there's an alternative that is even better. It's called crowdfunding. We're seeing a lot of companies like, Kickstarter, and particularly the one that I want to talk with you about today, Indiegogo, because you're going to love this. I had a chance to talk with SlavaRubin, the CEO and one of the co-founders of Indiegogo, to talk about what's going on, how companies are using it, and some of the innovative new ways that funding is being generated for new operations. You definitely want to pay attention to this and maybe pass this video on to others who are thinking about getting a new business going or a new project and they need some funding for that. This is the way it is being done in bottom line sense today. It is working really well. Watch this video, interview with SlavaRubin, CEO and co-founder of Indiegogo. Today is an exciting time to be alive, particularly if you're an entrepreneur, because now there's some new game changers that have taken over the way that it used to be. You know, before, if you wanted to get money for your particular project as an entrepreneur, you had to go to the venture capitalists, to the bankers, and sometimes you're groveling, you're hoping that they'll do it. Well, things are different today. And a way that it's different is a word called crowdfunding. One of the people that are really making a major impact for a lot of people out there in the world today for entrepreneurs is Indiegogo. And we have the CEO of Indiegogo joining us right now, SlavaRubin. He joins us from their offices in San Francisco. Slava, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you've got a lot going on. For those that haven't heard about crowdfunding, or they've heard a little bit of it and maybe a little distorted or so, tell us kind of in a summary, what is crowdfunding and how does that apply to Indiegogo?
Sure. So crowdsourcing is a concept where you can get lots of small bits of something to make a big concept happen. So let's say you're crowdsourcing light. So you walk into a dark room and you have lots of people turn on their cell phones. So you use all the cell phone flashlights to crowdsource the light so there's lots of light in the room. Similarly, there's crowdfunding, which is sourcing through the crowd lots of small bits of money to get one big bucket of money. So Indiegogo is a platform which is now doing what people call crowdfunding. We launched in January 2008 looking to democratize access to capital, and now we distribute millions of dollars around the world every single week.
Yeah, and you're opening up doors for people. I think that's wonderful to see what you're doing, that people that couldn't get through before, now you turn it over to the marketplace and they're able to see it. And one of the things I particularly like about it is not just the funding. You do a marvelous job with that. But more than anything, you get market signals. And people can find out, hey, here's my idea. I've got an idea. I'm going to launch Oogie Boogies. And let's see what's the market for Oogie Boogies. And I put it out there and the market might go, wow, we really want it. Great. Look at that. It was good. Or I'm trying Eagly Whoppers over here. And guess what? The Eagly Whoppers just didn't go anywhere. But that's good information and funding coming. The no funding there seems to be a really good signal. Are you seeing that happen with the projects you're working on now?
Absolutely. So we've had over 400,000 projects since we launched in January 2008. And people think it's all about the money. And there's no question that the money is valuable, but I would say it's the fifth most valuable thing that you get doing a project on Indiegogo. Number one is you get the market validations, what you were calling the signals. Number two is you get to test your marketing. Is it for young girls or old women, young boys or old men? You get more promotion than you ever could on your own. And number four, probably the most powerful thing, is you get to create a relationship with your customers. By capturing their data, their email addresses, their physical addresses, following up with them with comments and updates, having engagement where you can create a conversation, now you have the most powerful thing, which is your own customers forever. And yes, the money is valuable, but knowing what to do with Oogie Boogies or Boogie Woogies, whichever way it should be named,
Yep.
really is the most powerful because you really can improve your company forever.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting that validation. You're getting that signal, knowing which way to go. And that is marvelous. That alone would be a good reason to be involved, let alone the money that is there to get things going. Well, now, while we've got you here, one of the most important parts of getting your project going, whatever that project's going to be, is your video. Tell us a little bit, just in capsule form, what we need to think about if someone says, hey, I think I want to try that for their video. What do they need to keep in mind that works?
So even just having a video is important. We find that if you have a video as part of your campaign, you'll raise over 114% more money than if you don't have a video. When you think about a video, you should definitely have people to show off who is it that is behind this project. Often I like to break down the video below 3 minutes into 3 parts. The first part is people introducing the concept. The second part is the concept. And the third part is people then just saying, hey, thank you for being a part of it. We want you to take action. Here's how we need your help. Usually I would start off with people for the first 15, 20 seconds, maybe even 30, then get into the product, into the idea, into the offering, then finish off with people again. Don't forget to have the people, because people like to fund people first as opposed to just some sort of infomercial.
Yeah, that's important. Now, red flag that one and circle it, because it's very important. They want people, and that's what it is. But also, another thing I want to talk about today that I know is big for what you're doing right now, you've had a lot of success with what we would consider maybe the garage startups, or someone doing it in their basement, in their the back bedroom. That's gone really well. You're doing marvelous with that, so much so that the grown-ups are looking at it now. The corporations like GE, Capital, GE Appliances, I mean, when they're doing it, Hasbro and others are looking at it. Tell us a little bit about the advantages of them and why someone that's got so much money would be interested in doing a project launch through Indiegogo.
So in the earlier days of Indiegogo, it really was the smaller companies. And now that you've seen more traction, you're starting to see VC-backed companies, companies with more traction. They're looking for more than just the money, looking for the customers, the promotion. And now that Indiegogo has been around since 2008, we're talking 8 years now, the bigger companies, the Fortune 1000, are taking notice. They would like to improve their innovation cycles. They want to do better R&D. They want to come up with interesting things. And right now, within their own walls, they're having challenges. So they're seeing what's happening on Indiegogo, and they want to do it too. So we are now offering this enterprise crowdfunding offering where we're working with companies like GE, where they've always thought about their refrigerator lines having dense rectangular ice. And they thought, I think the future is going to be porous spherical ice. They call it nugget ice. It's chewable, but it's hard to break through. So instead of just breaking through the walls of bureaucracy at GE, they put it on Indiegogo, and right away that market validation, those signals came through. The market wanted it. So yes, they're going to be creating those one-off machines of over $2 million of validation, but now they're going to be investing that into their future lines of refrigerators. The GE execs will tell you this isn't about being cute or nice marketing. This is about lowering their R&D costs to 1/20th, speeding up their product innovation cycle from 4 years for 4 months. So in the years to come, you're going to see a lot more of these Fortune 1000 companies jumping on board. And this is really win-win for the big companies and the smaller companies. Similar to YouTube, where it started with the individuals and now there's the corporations, and now really they mix a lot. Similarly on Indiegogo, there's the small entrepreneurs, like you're calling them the garage entrepreneurs, and there's the Fortune 1000, and they're really inspiring each other and collaborating.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. You get to find out fast what's going on. We know that to succeed today, you want to try a lot of different things. Try it in different ways, this way, that way, whatever, and see what works. And then you've got the validation again. There's that word. That validation, those signals coming from the market, and a large company that can do it in 1/20th of the cost, hey, that's going to get their attention too. There's a lot going on there. Well, tell us how someone would get involved. If they say, okay, I've got an idea. I want to start doing my own oogie woogies out here. How do they get their oogie woogies at a test to see if it's validated and get started with it?
So the beauty of Indiegogo is completely open. We're the world's largest open platform. Anybody can create a campaign for absolutely any idea anywhere in the world without any application. So totally self-service. Go right ahead right now. If you have any questions, we have the best customer support in the industry. So just follow up with support@indiegogo.com. We have lots of blogs and commentary, videos, podcasts. And for some reason you're hitting a roadblock, just send me a personal email and I'll direct you in the right way, which is just my first name at Indiegogo.com. So Slava@Indiegogo.
Sounds good. I was over on your website for preparing for this, looking at what you've got. Got it all laid out of what it costs, how to do it, how it's funded, etc. All very clear. Oh, and by the way, if you still have questions, big, monstrous size, click here to get more help from support. Right. I love the way you're doing it, and you're really giving a lot of people an opportunity to change their lives. If they got an idea, no longer do they have to sit back and go, gee, I don't have the money for it. I can't do it. For the first time in history, literally, now we have a chance to do something that has not been done before. The internet gives us that opportunity, and you, sir, have helped to bring that about and make it reality. On behalf of everyone that's working with you and benefiting from that, thank you. We really appreciate that. And Slava, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, and those of you watching, think about it. Get over to Indiegogo, check it out, see what they've got there, and think about how you can get involved in this in whatever it might be, or a friend of yours. I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com and Business Journals. Thank you for being here.